To LTTV.
They have been banning me off of YouTube. So what it probably was a bunch of people who my numbers had exceeded theirs. It's because when you see lame niggas like that Red who apologize now doing more videos about me.
Hey, B-Dub, you said, Rays, help me, the girl scope me.
I could meet this fat. That's what I'd like to do. Meet this somewhere. Any of these that keep on fucking with you.
I'm gonna log off this live so I can find a picture and send it to you of the girl that drugged me. Nobody, like I said, I met her at a bar.
He's a hater, and I bet he had a hand in it. I don't know if Anton's a hater. I know my presence makes a lot of people uncomfortable. The ban is permanent. All right, it is. He said, no fathers. Lyric Speaks is in it. Kunle said, so they took him off of YouTube again. Yep, they took me off YouTube again.
Yeah, LTTV, Blunt Talk with LT, back at it with another video. All right, let's get right into this one. Okay, so Tommy's dumbass understands that he's been banned, a lifetime ban from YouTube. I don't understand this. The man's acting surprised. He's like, yep, it took me 2 weeks. I lasted 2 weeks. It's like, obviously, nigga, you got banned. Now, let me give Tommy some real actual advice. Now, if he actually really wants to get back on YouTube, you gotta go the pro route. Your favorite person ever, the person that you caped for, the audience you tried to pander to, grift into and steal, that woman, Pearl. You got to go that route. You got to clean up your shit. You got to be completely cucked out by YouTube for however many years, months, however long it takes. All social media, including your Rumble, you got to change your message and clean it up for YouTube. And then try to come back to YouTube. But you got banned. It's different than Fresh and Fit, where they got demonetized and they're like, yeah, fuck out of here. You're not making money on the platform, but your message could stay here, because they're giving them a chance ultimately. He got banned when they didn't do that shit. When they were banning folks and not demonetizing them. So he's from a different era. He continuously makes channels to try to circumvent the banning, try to weasel around it. It's like, bro, you're banned. It's not going to happen. Stay there on Rumble. Let's get into this.
They did. Doesn't take long, I guess. That was the longest I've been on for a while. Was that 2 weeks? I got 2 weeks out of it. Gotta love that.
He's acting oblivious to all this. Like he knew this was going to happen. This is always the result. This is his 80th channel. 2 weeks.
I said because they ain't shit. I mean, that could be it. You never know.
Okay, so the funny thing about this entire... The funniest thing about this banning this time is that he's looking around. He's looking around the YouTube landscape. He's like, maybe Anton Daniels, jealous, bald, dusting it up too. Maybe it was him. And I'm like... What the... I don't fuck with Anton, but what the hell does Anton have to do with you being banned when you're already banned from the platform? So he's probably blaming it on being discussed. I'm so confused. He was doing the most visible shows, having all the YouTubers on his platform, Angry Man, all these folks. I didn't speak about it at all. I'm like, this bitch ass nigga's not gonna come complaining about me, talking about my fan base is flagging him down and blaming X, Y, and Z and talking about, oh, I have more numbers on the platform. That's why you're doing it. I'm like, nope. I'm not telling people he's back on the platform. I'm not reacting to none of his videos. I'm leaving this nigga the fuck alone and watching him sink, because this is going to be the result of his own doing. And what happens? 2 weeks later, gone already. Pathetic.
He says so sad. It is. It is very sad. I've had a bunch of, I got some woman.
I'm getting rich.
Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson with the 25,000 Ugandan shilling. O'Shea Duke Jackson says, did he blame Anton for this? Well, he makes a reference to Anton coming up shortly. Let me play it.
If you follow me on Twitter, you get to hear and see some of the craziest stuff that people write. And it's what made me think about it. Making money by being a self-hating woman incel, good choice. Did she?
Now, it takes a couple of minutes before we get to the Anton Daniels comments because he's going to deflect and speak about some random black woman blocking him because he loves to harass these women online. I don't understand it, but...
Then it says I've been blocked by her from retweeting what she sent to me. Isn't that special? So she said, I get paid being a self-hating, woman-hating, another amazing comment from a black woman. Seems I hate myself and I don't get to sleep with women because I said something on a post that she read and got offended by. Oh. Apparently I won't be able to hold on a second. I'll have to fix this discard. Apparently I won't be able to, or she thinks I will not be able to repost what she posted because she sent it and then blocked me. So let me copy it.
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
Happens every time. She's crying about something. Oh, she did it and she... Bro, move the fuck on. Who the fuck cares? Who is this random woman online says something blocked? Who cares, nigga? Move the fuck on. What is this?
And then paste it. So there you go, lady. Her name is, what is it? Jessica has blocked me. After Jessica has decided to, hey, lady, you're cool. After Jessica decided to screw with me, I don't bother any of these people. I don't know them. I don't say anything to them. What up, thick cut? What's going on, everyone? I do not bother these people. But apparently, after it happens, these people say some of the dumbest damn things. Shouts out, say, you still have Twitch? Fuck yeah. I was tight when I noticed there was no more YouTube. Hey, man, I'll put it to you this way. I spent the entire time saying, if you follow me on YouTube, make sure you follow me on Rumble, because you never know when YouTube will kick me off.
Now, he was on YouTube attempting to raise $100,000 speaking about restore Tommy Sotomayor's online presence. Now, what Tommy loves to do is drive on his live in an exotic car down Miami and show off and talk about all the money he makes and how he's stunting on all these YouTubers via Rumble. But the second he comes back to YouTube, he does a Dusty Passport Bro-like fundraiser talking about restore my presence. My nigga, you did this shit to yourself. Why the fuck are we paying out the pocket to restore your presence so you could try to stunt on niggas like you got bread? The fuck?
The one thing that you will learn when you're up or when you're down is who really supports you either way. You'll find either way who really supports you. When you're up, you'll see people you never heard of, you've never talked to. You saw people wanting to get on the show and all that crap. You saw people in the comment section. Comments are going. And I told them. I said, well, if you're going to go there, there's two places you can go. You can go to, if you would, go to Fight Club. Go to Rumble. Go to my website. You will always find me there. I can't worry about why I got kicked off. I don't know. And because
Okay, so you can't worry about why you got kicked off. You don't know.
because they kicked me off, I can't. It's happened so much, I can't worry about it. I think the biggest thing was people like me who just came back. Thank you, Army Vet. Army Vet said, "Damn, Tommy, I see you're having to fight off these."
Okay, so Tommy knows when he got the email and he was banned from YouTube the first 80 times that you can't recreate a channel and try to come in incognito mode and try to make money and have Google publish checks to your dusty ass when they banned you. You got fired, nigga. You got fired. So it's like, I don't understand this. I don't know why I'm not. You know why? It's whenever they discover that it's actually you running the damn platform, they're getting you the fuck out of here because you're not supposed to be here. Imagine trying to punch in with an expired fucking what do you call them shits to get into a job? Whatever the fuck you call them shits. I'm drawing a blank. I smoke too much. And you try to get into the center and you're already fired, but then you're trying to pick up hours and work and they're like, "Wait a minute, nigga, we're not giving you a check. It's not happening, bro. You're fired. Why are you trying to sneak into the back door of the company and work, bro? Like, get out of here."
Demons with that stick tonight. They all have the same response. Yes, they all have the same response. Thank you, Army Vet, for clicking that Rumble rant.
The word I was thinking about was like a key fob. That's what I was thinking about. But you know, life happens.
You want to sit there and stay on the weed?
I can't worry about it because I look at it this way. They have been banning me off of YouTube. So what it probably was a bunch of people who my numbers had exceeded theirs. Back for revenge. If you ask me what's on my page, it's obvious you're not going to sign up to be.
Now, O'Shea, you can find this on Rumble. I think he streamed 4 or 5 times after this stream. I can't remember what the stream was called, but yeah, he's crying on all his streams. So I'm pretty sure you can find him doing this on other streams. Nonetheless, he blames a number of YouTubers. He says red F word. I'm not going to say it again and demonetize my own stream. Now, he also says something about Anton, but he's blaming this I think it's Red Supreme, but he keeps calling him Red. Man, let's get into it.
Be on my page, so don't worry about it. Ain't no way in hell I would just tell you back for revenge what was on my page, knowing you ain't going to go over there.
Now, this bullshit that he's trying to sell, Fight Club shit, it's some zesty shit on OnlyFans. I don't want to know what the fuck it is. It's on OnlyFans, bro. If it was something worth watching, you would have it on one of these publicly available platforms that you can put on your TV, and it's not no weird shit. No weird OnlyFans fuckery going on. Ain't nobody trying to see Tommy Sotomayor.
Oh my God!
Fuck out of here, nigga.
That would be insane. I want y'all to see the type of stuff that gets written. I don't know who this person is, but they would ask me this, and what am I supposed to do? Answer you here? What am I supposed to do? Answer you here?
Bro's taking forever to get to the point.
But that's the reason why I got flagged off of YouTube, if you ask me. It's because when you see lame niggas like that Red who apologize now doing more videos about me, trying to tell people I'm a coon. I wish I could meet this fact. That's what I'd like to do. Meet this somewhere. Any of these that keep on fucking with you online and they're allowed to do it. He keeps on making videos about me and nobody come see your shit. Red. Nobody watches your shit.
And see, this is one reason why he will not be permitted to be on YouTube. They're going to look at this and be like, fuck out of here, bro. This is the shit you regularly do on Rumble. Drop the F word freely, openly. It's like they ain't playing that on YouTube. They're not monetizing this shit. So this goes across the board. What Pearl did is Pearl cleaned it up on all her platforms for a limited time before she got back to YouTube and started dusting it up. But Pearl cleaned it up. So Pearl got her monetization back. Everybody else wants to bark, scream, kick their legs, be unaccountable, and realize that this is a business. And if you're not marketable for their advertisers, they don't want you on the platform, bruh.
Why not, Red? Red, can you explain to me why nobody watches your shit? Since you keep making videos about me, I was on YouTube for how long? And I had 5 times more people listening to my lives than you had listening to yours.
We don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
He says that like it's some badge of honor. Bro, you have a traveling audience. They took their dusty ass to Rumble. If you're willing to go to Rumble and watch the nigga for every show, like, you are a traveling, dedicated audience. So you're coming back to YouTube, a much more digestible platform, a better platform to watch. So of course they come, the number is going to be limited, but you're going to do 2 weeks and leave without a paycheck.
God damn.
So you're not going to last a month. You're not going to be able to get your monetization check. You're not going to be able to get your Google pin to verify anything. You're going to be dusting it up, broke as shit, complaining, coming back to us. Like, bro, I don't understand this shit. I don't understand this shit.
Why is that, Red? So I'd assume Red and a lot of those other fans had a big hand in flagging me.
Now he's blaming folks for flagging him, knowing he's not supposed to be on the platform. Earlier in this stream, celebrating that he lasted 2 weeks on the platform. But now you're blaming other folks. You know you're not supposed to be here. YouTube sees you and they're like,
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
$100,000 fundraiser, bruh.
Because for the little bit of time I was there, I started to have more views than they did. And that's a ugly look. Y'all niggas been on that for years talking to nobody. Been on that for years with the same old, with 300 people watching your shit. On YouTube for years. You build up a platform of 300 people. What's up, Billy Goat? That should hurt your damn feelings. Yes, and when I was on Fresh and Fit, I was really good. I'm always good. I perform well. And if you don't believe me, go and join right now. And this is, I'm gonna do another special since I got a pretty good number of people. I'm gonna do another special over on Fight Club. And I spent the weekend sending people the tapes that they wanted on Fight Club. That's why you guys didn't see me. A lot of people were DMing me, wanting me to send them videos, and I sent it to them. So that's why you guys haven't seen me in the last few days. I'm a man of my word, and people were asking for stuff, and I sent it to them. Now, there's another thing I did. If you ask me for stuff, and then nothing happens after you ask, I don't see anything else. That's the way I roll, man. I give you one chance. After that, oh, no. Say that's why you stop. He's a hater, and I bet he had a hand in it. I don't know if Anton's a hater. I know my presence makes a lot of people uncomfortable.
Now, somebody asked him the question, do you think Anton's a hater and has a hand in it? He says he doesn't know Anton, but he knows that his presence makes folks uncomfortable. Now, somebody that does way more numbers than Tommy Sotomayor and who's able to keep a platform, has many channels. I cook Anton a lot of times. I talk shit about Anton, but he's successful on his platform. He has many channels that are more successful than Tommy Sotomayor's platform. Why would that make Anton uncomfortable that you're on the platform? So you're suggesting that he may have had something to do with it? He's uncomfortable by your presence? What is the point of even making that comment? Now you're going to act like it wasn't in direct relation to Anton, but you said it while being asked about Anton being a hater. You know what? Anton is a hater. This may actually make him uncomfortable.
Say that's why you stop. He's a hater, and I bet he had a hand in it. I don't know if Anton's a hater. I know my presence makes a lot of people uncomfortable. My presence makes a lot of people uncomfortable. Y'all could do me a favor, those of you who are wondering, since I got kicked off, what I did was say, since the last one went so well, go over there and join OnlyFans Fight Club. Join it now.
Hell no. Trash ass nigga.
It's 75% off. Since I got kicked off YouTube, I said, let me do something for the people. So it's 75% off. Go over there and join right now. The woman, the people have been doing a lot of just, I don't know why the argument is. So after the woman came to my page, she argued with me about this girl who stated that me and Shamari hoes. I'll do a show about that. But I noticed that almost every time you hear
I'm getting rich.
Shout out to SirChai87 with the $2 super chat. SirChai87 says, RIP Duke the Don, Obsidian, and Tommy's channels. Now, I'm sure you're referencing Duke the Don's channel, not Duke the Don himself as an RIP, because we don't know what happened to Duke. So when someone says that, somebody might think that he's actually deceased somewhere. So you got to be careful with that. Duke disappeared randomly. He hasn't returned to the platform at all. Nobody knows anything about Duke the Don's whereabouts. So, yeah.
Hear a black woman talk or act or say something.
Nah, see, the thing about when Duke, we'll get back to Tommy in a second. Duke disappeared, but Duke kept all his channel members active. He didn't do a post, a video, a live stream, nothing telling his members or his channel that, hey, I'm going away for a second, I'm not returning, nothing like that. So it's really, we have no idea what happened to Duke. He can very well be deceased. He can be just saying, fuck the content, I don't want to do it. He could just be working a full-time job. He could be in jail. He could, it could be anything. People are in the comment section guessing, playing guessing games. People are making all sorts of rumors up in relation to Duke because he's not there to say anything about it. But I don't know what the fuck happened to the kid. I mean, to the dude.
It's got to be really crass. They're doing things to try and gross people out. They're doing things to try to make people, I'm not really sure why, but black women will do things to try to make you just disgusted at them.
Now, Tommy just got banned from YouTube again. This is what this video is pretty much speaking about. But he goes into a rant about black women doing disgusting, vile things in their behavior and X, Y, and Z, when you should be focusing on your own behavior, my nigga. This is what gets you taken off these platforms. Your obsessive criticism of black women.
Does nobody know why? I asked because why would a person do this?
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's $200.
Now.
Nasty bitch.
That's pretty filthy. That is absolute filthy work. Now, I agree with him with this individual's behavior, because when I asked B-Dub what is his problem with black women, he went on an unhinged rant, and you could feel the pain in the rant. I'm like, what happened to bro? Like, what's wrong with this dude? But Tommy has his issues. He'll speak on black women. At least he is able to provide an individual doing something that he suggests is substandard or disgusting. And he'll tell you his issues and his trauma with black women. And he'll tell you, hey, you can't blame me, I'm the victim. But I'm like, nigga, you're like 70 years old. At some point, you got to get over this shit. Like, you got to be a healed individual and get back to society. But let's get back into this.
Why would an individual do this? The ban is permanent. I challenged it, and it said after further review, it gave me the same thing it always does.
Yeah.
Why would an individual do that? Well, the problem is these individuals do that a lot, don't they? These individuals spend a lot of time, black women, they spend a whole lot of time doing things that would turn people off or turn their stomach. And the question is why? Why would you go out of your way to get people to dislike you? Why would you go out of your way to get people to look at you and be disgusted at what you do or what you say? Why would one do that?
I think that was an individual, but that's the problem with Tommy. Tommy sees an individual, and then because he sees one black woman doing something, all black women are X, Y, and Z. It's like, bro, relax, man. You gotta stop this shit.
Thank you, D. Paul. Why would a person do this? Somebody said attention. Yep. But you said they're doing it for attention, but why are they doing things that are gross? Because if you remember, they could do something for attention. They could save a cat out of a tree. They could feed the homeless. There's a lot of things that they could do that wouldn't bring that type of attention. So why is it that they don't do those things?
Did bro really say save a cat out of a tree?
Survey said,
Man.
I'm getting rich.
Shout out to Sir Chai 87 with the $2 super chat. Sir Chai says, LT, salute to the humble Blue Jays fans. Drake jinxed. Yep, Drake absolutely jinxed. Now, I have the Dodgers hat on because I am a bandwagon Blue Jays fan, all right? The Blue Jays were in the World Series. I'm like, nigga, this is my city. Fuck the Dodgers. This hat's gone. We Jays, it is what it is. But then I'm like, you know what? We lost, man. We lost. Let's return to normalcy. Let's get off the bandwagon. Let's return on the, let's just get back to normal. And it is what it is, man. Drake absolutely jinxed. Every time Drake is in the building at a championship game, we take the L. Drake needs to stay his ass at home, nigga. When he was at game 6, I was like, fuck, we lost. I put money on the Dodgers. He's at game 7. I'm like, I can't bet against my team, but I had a rule. I had a rule prior to the World Series. Never bet against the Dodgers because the Dodgers are my team. But they got there. They went up against the Jays. I'm like, yeah, home city. We change it, man. We jump on the bandwagon. It is what it is. But it is what it is. Let's get back to it. Wait, did he actually get into a car accident? Did Duke actually get into a car accident, or is this more fan fiction? Nah, fuck the Hawks, nigga. Bron ain't even playing, bruh. Bron ain't playing. Every L that we take without Bron, we don't care, bruh.
Why is it that the majority of things that you see black women do are things that show a bad side to them? Things that show a disgusting side to them. Black women will sit down and get in front of children, and once they realize that these mothers with big old butts in front of their children went viral, well.
Now, I cut out that video because, YouTube has the Child Safety Policy Act, and you don't want children up on these screens while you have elderly men, you know what I'm trying to say. Let's get into this.
Why is it, ladies and gentlemen, that a black woman has to do this around children now? And no matter how many times we talk about it, they're doing it more and more and more.
Now, what we actually seen, if you go to Tommy's channel, is this black woman with, I believe this is a BBL. I'm pretty sure this is obviously a BBL. She was just running around playing with the kids. That's it. You don't want kids in videos with negative commentary from anybody because the Child Safety Act on YouTube. You want to keep everything wholesome, friendly, and lovely, happy and shit when it's kids. You don't want none of that bullshit, none of that negative fuckery. So that's why I took that out. Tommy has to get used to the community guidelines on YouTube.
But why? She claims
I'm getting rich.
Shout out to SirChai87 with the $2 super chat. SirChai says, "What LT? Whatever happened to Aaron O, who ran Fight Club? I know what happened to Fight Club. Anton's Fight Club. Anton shut that down because it was a liability, and it could have potentially shut down the rest of his channels that he worked so hard on. So we got that shit the fuck out of there. But Aaron O, I don't know what happened to him. I don't watch his channel.
to be a nurse, a therapist, and a realtor. A nurse, a therapist, and a realtor. This woman has a page, a video on her. Let me see if I can share it with you. I hate sharing the screen. I'd rather just put the video up. Here, this woman has a video on her Instagram with her son and somebody filming her ass while walking with her child. You want to talk about, so you went out and bought this ass, where all this, and this is.
We don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
This is a non-story. You're walking with your son with all that ass. It's like, what, bro? She bought the ass. It's stuck there. It's going to stay there. She has a child. She's going to be around her child. Like, I'm so confused.
And you look at what they're doing. All these hard eyes. Y'all look so good. That's her behind.
Yo, could somebody clue me in here? What is this nigga mad about? That there's a bunch of simps foaming over her? Like, I'm so confused. What are you mad about, bruh? Oh, and he's typing on her post. This is what I'm talking about when I say he's obsessive and he stalks these women. What the fuck is this, bro? This woman is like most black women. Bro, if you don't shut that shit up, nigga, like, yo, what the hell? Yo.
Why would you do this?
Why would she do what, bro? She got the BBL and now she's sharing it with everybody else that we could all see. What's the problem, bruh?
All these people are loving it. Let me make sure I can get these videos before they're taken down.
Why would they be taken down?
Download.
Wait, you're downloading these videos? Okay, man, there's something wrong with this nigga. There's something wrong with this nigga. You don't find this suspicious, chat? You don't find this suspicious that this nigga's downloading these videos?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Why are you downloading this young lady's videos? But it's so inappropriate. It pisses you off so much. You're so enraged. Let me download it.
Videos before they're taken down. Download.
Downloading. This is crazy, bro. Tommy's seen this. He's seen this video. And these are his words. This is what he said.
Clip it, nigga.
This nigga downloaded the videos.
But they will use their kids as this setup. Because I'm not really sure how or why her son is even in this video where you're showing your ass. Can someone explain this? And then she wrote twin, boy mom adventures, boy mom life. Twin.
You realize she's not showing her ass, right? She got a BBL and she's walking with her son and we're seeing it from the back. That's what we're seeing. We're watching a mother and her son walking. But because she has all the...
Oh, my God.
You enraged, bruh.
When we say we got to go to the restroom, this is what we be doing.
Booty clap yourself.
Oh my God.
Why is this man mad?
When y'all say y'all go to the restroom, that's what y'all be in.
Bro, why are you mad? Why are you mad? That's the real question.
Survey said,
Doing this, what she said, not me. She said that when those women go to the restroom, they're in there doing that.
Mind you, this is a woman on her social media. This is her Instagram. This is Instagram. And you're putting this on the big screen. This is the type of shit you think is okay to put on YouTube. And then you're going to have people filing all sorts of complaints on your ass.
I'm going to get this one. Dallas, Texas. This lady's supposed to be a therapist. What kind of therapist? And why are their tattoos always around? Oh, I guess they're trying to hide the scars. Like that scar there. So they get tattoos to try to hide the scars. Perfect one. Fine as fuck. Love at first sight. Raw as fuck. And now again, nurse, therapist, realtor, beauty, business, boss.
This is great promo for her, though. I ain't gonna lie. You just putting her shit up on the big screen. Everyone's gonna go to her page. Like,
yep. Beauty, business, boss. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you guys see this. Nobody made this lady do this. This lady did this all on her own. This lady decided that this was the best way for her to be. This lady decided that this was the best for her child. She says she runs a dream spa.
and this is the problem with these grifters that pander to an audience of enraged red pill incels. They want to control women that have no business being controlled. Like, they're not your woman, bro. She is just a woman doing her thing, and you're minding her business. You're all the way up in her comment section talking about this is what black women do and X, Y, and Z. He's like, bro, what are we doing out here? And all these guys will literally be at home pissed off that there's women that are able to solicit all sorts of attention from Sims. And they're mad. They're jealous that the women are getting all the attention and they're able to do everything they want to do while these niggas are at home beating their meat, dusting it up, getting no women, no options, passport bro in it because they can't be successful in their own country. These are the type of people that listen to this dumb shit.
Contouring massage. So I guess somebody can tell me if I'm not lying, if I don't want to mess this up. A contouring massage is, oh, well, hold on a minute. Okay, we finna take a look at this. Y'all need to see this. Here we go. We finna take a listen. I'm doing the work. Ooh-wee. I'm doing the work.
Hi, I'm Kashana, the nurse and the owner of Dream House Med Spa, and today I'm so excited because I have officially launched my product line, and I can't wait to show you guys what I've been working on. Let's get right into it. This is absolutely my favorite product, you guys. It's a 4-in-1 body slimming device. It contours, tones, and tightens you, as well as burns fat. You can use it for 10 minutes, 3 areas on your body every 3 days. You will love this product. It's how I stay toned and stays tight whenever I'm not able to come to Dream House. We have Dream House Slim All. It helps eliminate fat, speeds up the metabolism, get rid of toxins in your body, and burn fat all in the process. I love it. It smells great. I just apply 3 drops to the area per day, and it works well with the machine. In order to use the machine, you must have the Slim All. You drop 3 drops on there, you apply it on your skin, and you use that device, you guys, to help get those results.
No, that is not Portia from The Housewives. It sounds like Portia. Her voice, actually. I was just like, wait. But no, that's not her. This is the ultimate promo, bro. Now, you hating on this woman, but you're giving her the ultimate promo. I didn't know anything about this woman. I didn't know who the hell she was. But now I know Dream House. I know her brand. I know her 3 products. Like, what are we doing out here, Tommy? This is the most backwards-ass hating. Like, this doesn't even make sense.
We have Dream House 14-Day Detox Slimming Tea. It tastes really well, by the way. It helps cleanse you, detoxify you, as well as burn calories. So if you want to get rid of that belly fat quick, you got somewhere to go, a vacation coming, a birthday, anniversary, wedding, this is definitely the tea for you. This is our hot cream. I love it. It gets really hot. It helps slim, tighten, and moisturize the body. I apply it twice a day, right before I put on my waist trainer and before I go to bed. It's best that you rep the area once you apply the hot cream, and I'm telling you, you will love it, you guys. It really, really works good. We have Dream House collagen vitamins. They help support the hair, skin, and nails. A lot of my clients, including myself, after I gave birth, ran into the loose skin issue at the bottom of my stomach. These vitamins help support healthy connective tissues. They taste really well, and you only take 2 a day. We have Dream House Lymphatic Cleanse Drops. They help with swelling, inflammation, as well as water
Okay, how many products do you have? Holy shit.
retention. So it's good for all my surgery post-op dogs. You have that swelling, any fluid you want to get rid of, these drops will help you.
Yeah, she has
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
so many products.
Apparently, those drops will help you. Those are things she's selling. Now, at least when she was selling this, she did not come across as too ratchet. She was ratchet. She is ratchet, but not too ratchet. She was trying to be professional. But then you listen to the stuff she's saying.
Now, I'm pretty sure I didn't get this
about
whole
her
video.
child. That's where the problem is.
When did I cut this off, man? I'm not watching this entire thing. I'm pretty sure in the pre-edit I cut this off somewhere. I had to focus on someone else.
Why would you, a woman who's running your business, do this unless the people who would buy the stuff that you do, the people who would buy this stuff, do this too? So now we're having an issue. The things Tommy says about black women seem to be really rude, seem to be really mean. Except they seem to be really true. Black women seem to only know how to do things that are loud, crass. They always sexualize themselves.
We have Dream House collagen vitamins. They help support the hair, skin, and nails. A lot of my clients, including myself, after I gave birth, ran into the loose skin issue at the bottom of my stomach. These vitamins help support healthy connective tissues. They taste really well.
But not too ratchet. She was trying to be professional. The things Tommy says about black women seem to be really rude, seem to be really mean. Except they seem to be really true. Black women seem to only know how to do things that are loud, crass. They always sexualize themselves.
Now, we said always, and then said that they only have the ability to do something that's loud, crass, and sexualize themselves. And then I pulled it back to that ad that he was so miserable during, and I'm like, she's advertising all these products, and where is she loud, crass, sexualizing herself? Where is any of that? All I'm seeing is an abundance of products. I don't know if any of these products actually work, and if the medical things are, who the fuck cares about any of that? If you're interested in the products, you'll go check it out. I'm not here to say give it a positive or a negative endorsement. I don't know her like that. I don't know her products. Nonetheless, the point he's trying to make is absolutely false. Absolutely false. Oh, it's true. No, it isn't. That's not what we just seen. That's not what we just witnessed. And this is a given example. Your example.
A black woman in a long time where she was not ass naked. I'm not sure why, but she was.
Huh?
I want to show y'all something. This woman is not ratchet. I had planned on posting this, and I probably still will. I definitely still will. But I had planned on posting this. I just got to let y'all see something right quick.
These are all illegitimate claims to being angry at black women for. I try to listen to these niggas and hear their gripes, and it's just always foolishness.
I took this photo, and I honestly couldn't quite believe what I was watching.
Like, you wouldn't see a passport bro taking a video complaining about some Colombian woman with her BBL, around walking and taking a video with her kid, or just existing with her BBL, complaining about them. But then they go over there, passport broing it up, spending money for the cheeks, and then coming to complain about the women that do the same thing in their country. It makes no sense.
How many of you guys ever heard of a lady by the name of Tamron Hall? Tamron Hall has a show. While I was in Miami, I just turned it past the show. Do y'all know for Halloween she wore an afro wig? Do y'all remember how many years I said that for Halloween, black women should probably start wearing their natural hair? That should be the only day they don't dress up? This woman...
I'm pretty sure this is on theme with what they're doing, with this throwback theme that they're trying to convey. I'm just kind of confused. If she doesn't have the natural afro to actually replicate this with her hair, what is the issue with putting on an afro wig? She could put on a wig that looked like this. What is the issue?
Wore an afro wig for Halloween. I kid you not.
So we're gonna go over to Rello.
Yeah, see, that's where I had to end it, because I was like, this made no sense. And then I watched like 5 minutes further, and it didn't compute. So I was like, yeah, man, let me get the fuck out of here, man. This is why Tommy's over there dusting it up on Rumble. Now, when Tommy was on YouTube for the 2 weeks that he lasted, he was doing super panels with like Mr. Fantastic, the Angry Man, Captain Taz, whatever the fuck that nigga's name is. No disrespect, I just can't pronounce his name because that's how it be sometimes. He was doing panels with pretty notable YouTubers with pretty large followings, and then talking about his numbers, buffing out his chest. Oh, I'm doing more numbers than Red Supreme, X, Y, and Z. And it's like, you have these super panels, bro, with all these name brand content creators doing a collabs. Like, what do you expect? And then you brought your traveling audience, and you've been doing this for 20 years. Like, why are you comparing and boosting about numbers, and you only lasted on the platform for 2 weeks? Couldn't even cash a YouTube check. It's pretty bad, man. It's pretty bad. Now, I wanted to get to this dusty ass passport, bro, this fat piece of dog shit, this pussy ass beat up. And this is what Tommy was talking about earlier. He's talking about certain folks, just dweeb ass niggas will talk shit online, and you want to see them in person. It's like, this is the type of person that failed in life, that gets online like the little dweeby nerd he is, and just talk shit. But he wouldn't say anything to anybody's face because he knows he'll get stomped the fuck out. But the thing about B-Dub is, I have to be accountable for platforming such a dweeb. Because at the end of the day, he could have had me in the gulag with Tommy, dusting it up on Rumble. The way he demonetized videos and the flagrant fuckery that he said. I found it funny to witness the crash out, so I didn't have to react to the Myrons of the world. I don't have to just sit back and react to Tommy cooning it up when he chooses to. I had one Uncle Ruckus live on my show, so every time he went on a tirade, I was laughing uncontrollably. I know y'all witnessed it, and you're like, oh, you're kind of enabling the behavior, and I'm like, well, this shit is funny as shit when a nigga crashes the fuck out and goes on a rant. But it's not funny when my money constantly gets compromised. So, yeah, fuck all that.
He's on Rello tonight at 8 o'clock to see if Rello plays the new intro from Corey. You know, that's going to be interesting. So we got storylines within storylines. You know what I'm saying? You know, storylines within storylines. And shout out to my guy B-Dub. Like I said, B-Dub going around. I told you, hey, B-Dub, you know, you said, you know, Raise, help me. The girl scope me.
Now, this is another dusty passport bro. B-Dub, 50 years old. That jet black dye is fooling nobody, sir. Full grays underneath there. Now, B-Dub, fat, dusty, out of shape. No actual money because he couldn't have success in the States. Going to third world countries to pay for the pussy. It's like, bro, if you really had money, like you act like you had money, you'd be paying for the pussy in the States. But you're dusting it up, bro. So this guy has a level of rage for black women, hate and disdain for black women, idolizes white women. Meanwhile, he got scoped by a basic Becky.
50 people in the building watching Razor Rays with B-Dub, a.k.a. Shadow Hawk. He is here, and man.
Met the girl, and at some point, I'm going to log off this live so I can find a picture and send it to you of the girl that drugged me.
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
Now, what would your life have to be for you to be getting scoped in Colombia because you have no success anywhere else? You think these women actually love you, but you're paying for them nightly? A full-fledged rental just to get scoped. Just to get scoped. Now, this is pathetic.
Hold on. Now, where did you meet the female that drugged and robbed you at? Like, how did you meet her?
In the city center. The main city center, historical center. Excuse me. Picture. She's a brunette. Snow Bunny. Like I said, I met her at a bar in the main historic center.
Now, this guy has the audacity to get on platforms. This is my problem too. He was cooking Austin and these guys, crashing out on platforms. I found it funny because B-Dub himself doesn't understand, because he has no self-awareness, that when we say he's funny, it's because he is the actual joke. Bro's constantly crashing out. He doesn't see himself. He has no self-awareness. Now, he'll criticize folks that I criticize, but I have legit reason for criticizing these folks. He doesn't understand that he's one of them. And he's worse, because you're getting scoped in Colombia as a fat 50-year-old dusty-ass passport bro that can't get any cheeks. And you have the audacity to get on my platform and laugh at Bobby and Austin while they're they're half your motherfucking age, nigga. Yeah, they're dusting it up, but they ain't get scoped like you. And you had the audacity to come on my platform and laugh. You're making the platform a joke. They're like, this is all fun and games. You got some dusty ass nigga that got scoped laughing at these folks. It's like, this ain't serious. We're not really making legitimate commentary, criticizing the activity of these folks. Because the same way somebody like Tommy could sit there and be like, oh, black women this, black women that. Look at this one black woman's behavior. This is how most black women are. And propagate that and do exactly what the passport bros and the red pill niggas do to black women. They could do the same thing to black men. That's why I'm out here criticizing black men, holding them accountable as individuals, because that ain't us. They don't represent us on a larger front. That's specifically these passport bro dweebs that have no luck with love in their country. Can't get a girlfriend. You see these dumbass niggas now? Acting like everything is monger mentality. And then Austin right now is trying to settle down. Kid Greatness right now is trying to settle down. It's the girlfriend grift now. Look happy in a new country with a girlfriend. This is pathetic, bro. This is absolutely, it's from grift to grift. What is next, chat? What the hell is next with these passport bro clowns? Mind you, the girlfriends that they're settling down with and being happy with, they're like 2 weeks into the relationship with. A week. Smitten. Clingy. It's pathetic, man. This is pathetic.
Well, you know, some things happen, guys. You know what I mean? You know, sometimes you go out there to Colombia. You think a girl really digging you. You think she liking you, but you know that happens to you. That's copolamine out there inside of Medellin. Hits you hard. You know what I'm saying? and you know, I mean, it is what it is. It can happen to the best of us, right, guys?
Now, this was recent. Ray's seen that B-Dub was on these platforms talking shit about him. It's like, bro, we haven't forgotten that you've been scoped in Medellin because you thought a basic Becky was actually feeling you. But no, she wanted that bread, sir. It was time for you to pay up.
I know how I move.
That girl said, except she didn't demand it. She took that shit, nigga.
Man, nah. I'm just having some fun with B-Dub. He knows that, you know what I'm saying? But you know, he's going around talking trash about Razor Rays. I'm like, yeah, bro, why? But you know, I gotta remind people of the history of you're getting scoped by the beauties out there inside Colombia. And we got my guy Rico is in the building.
Yeah. Okay, put B.
Now, if y'all watch one of my recent streams where I reacted to Austin Holloman speaking about a story about him sleeping in the bed with his gay male tour guide, and all sorts of zestiness was covered in that stream, pause, because it was he had some zesty tales to tell the chat, or to tell the world. B-Dub came on that stream, pause, and was pretty much joining in and antagonizing the zestiness of one that is Austin Holloman. But one thing that B-Dub forgot to tell everybody, that he started out over there on Austin Holloman's channel. He was a mod, a groupie, and still is. He called right into the stream as a groupie, grouping out. It's funny because Courtney Michelle, she warned me early in YouTube that these groupies will do the most. They'll be obsessed. They'll watch all your moves just to crash out, hate, do all the most pathetic things because their life is miserable.
That one.
Now, this is Austin's new girlfriend in Namibia, where he's staying in Namibia. He's dumping Kenya because he found this girlfriend. People are saying she looks like his mother. I don't have any comments on her appearance. It is what it is.
Well, I just want to say hello. I just want to say hello. Can you hear me?
Now, Groupie B-Dub calls in. Hold up, chat. Listen to exactly what he says.
Well, I just want to say hello. I just want to say hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, well, I just want to say hello, light, bright, and almost white. Congratulations. Okay, well, I just want to say hello, light, bright, and almost white. Congratulations.
Address the white shit, boy. Address the white zaddy shit, boy. Articulate that in a way where everybody will understand Charlie Kirk, my white zaddy. He won't. He won't.
White zaddy, my white zaddy. Why Charlie Kirk is my white zaddy? Why you gotta be a white daddy? Kirk my daddy. I could care less. Yeah. This can get white daddy. White daddy. Yeah. Why Charlie Kirk is my white daddy? Oh. Why you gotta be a white daddy?
Kirk my
I could care less. Yeah, it's giving game. More. Why Charlie Kirk is my
Hey, hold up, bro. Whoa, preach. We ain't just gonna gloss over that, bro.
Stick together.
What the hell was that?
You stupid.
Checkmate, motherfucker.
Next week, every Monday, bitches. Don't fucking play with me. Rest in peace.
Checkmate, motherfucker.
Now, I have no issue with interracial dating. Who the fuck cares, nigga? Date whoever the fuck you want to date. When you step into white worship, absolute white worship like B-Dub, this is pathetic and filthy work. Do you know that this dusty ass nigga made excuses for the white woman that scoped him? He made excuses. Oh, we were talking for about 2 weeks and she really liked me. That's why she scoped my dumb fat ass. It's like, bro, shut the fuck up, man. I called this nigga out for his old... I called his hair out because this nigga dyes his hair and he's very insecure. The next episode, the next stream he's on, what do we see? Covering that shit up, nigga. You covering that shit up. You fat, you insecure, you broke. B-Dub, I challenge you to show your crib, nigga. I challenge you. He's the type of nigga that he has to show everything online. He'll be renting some dusty, random basic whore in a foreign country. Yeah, I'm gonna call them a basic whore because that's what they are, man. They're being purchased by someone like B-Dub. It is what it is. Now, he'll rent them, put them on camera, and be like, yeah, I'm getting women. It's like, bro, you're spending money on working things, bro. You're like Rello that crashed out when another man paid for his John. Oh, you're fucking my thing. It's like, bro, that's a paid for John. She's fucking whoever pays the money. It's pathetic. It's not your girlfriend. It's not a woman you're talking to. It's not somebody that has interest in you, sir. You are paying because you can't experience a girlfriend or a woman's presence otherwise. And it's pathetic. He is obviously jealous of Austin because Austin is half his age and Austin's able to interact with women. Well, actually, Austin's a fucking weirdo. Austin struggles, but he still has he still has some sort of access comparatively. Bobby and these young dudes, they have way more access and he wants their life. So he's 50 years old. Instead of having a family, an actual girlfriend, wife, or someone that he could call his own, he's out here renting cheap dusties in foreign countries. It's bad, man. So he gets him on the platform. He's hating on Austin the entire time, like most of his... Austin and Bobby called out their fan base, but it's like, bro, you grifted this fan base. You know this fan base hates black women, so they want to use other women in other countries to try to get them jealous, and they don't care. They're outside living their lives. They don't concern themselves with passport bros. But they got mad. The audience got mad when they seen Austin and Bobby enjoying Kenya. And a lot of the times, if you are a passport bro and you stay in one destination too long, your channel and your chat's going to kind of get bored of the destination and they're going to want to see you travel. But it wasn't just that. They were hating from day one. Why? Because there was black women in Kenya. Brown skin and dark skin black women. They didn't want to see that shit. So B-Dub comes here and celebrates the lightest skinned woman that we've seen Austin with since he's been in Africa. He's in Namibia. Namibia has mixed race people, black and white.
Just want to say hello. I just want to say hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, well, I just want to say hello, light, bright, and almost white. Congratulations.
Now, congratulations for what? Being almost white, light, bright, and almost white? What?
Yeah. Okay, put beat up.
Now, this is the guy that said he was joking when he came on my panel talking about, oh yeah, I'm just a comedian. I'm just a comedian. I'm joking when I said Kenyan women should mix down with other women. With other races. Yeah, I butchered that. What the hell?
What the hell was that?
Mixed down with other women. Mixed down with other races to become more palatable for his interests while getting curved by all these women because nobody wants B-Dub.
Whoa!
The luxury bucket list says, I like Austin with this girl Z. I hope it's real and I hope they make it. Well, Austin's going to continue his traveling. She's going to stay in Namibia. Hopefully they make it. But the thing about Austin is Austin, when he went on his travels to South Africa and Botswana, he was distant from the women because he said he had a girlfriend back in Kenya. He lands in Namibia and now it's a different story. So I'm like, man, I just look at this and I'm like, man, it is what it is, man. Whatever you want to show us and convince us of, good for you, man. Cool story. It's all fugazi fuck shit to me, man.
Well, I just want to say hello. I just want to say hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, well, I just want to say hello, light, bright, and almost white. Congratulations.
Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Now, I want to get to one more thing before I wrap this episode up. Hold up, chat. Bear with me. Let me hit y'all with some of this.
We have freedom of religion, but at the end of the day, we did not, Muslims, we are guests here. We are not the, this is not a Muslim nation. This was not founded by Muslims. Like at the end of the day, the host religion gets to assert a level of dominance, unfortunately, because they are the majority and they're the ones that
But the founding fathers didn't intend for that. They didn't even say that. They didn't say they want Christian dominance. If they wanted Christian dominance, they would have included the Bible in the Constitution. They would have said Jesus.
Well, they did that, like I said before, to avoid issues between Baptists and Protestants and Catholics, because this was an issue back in Europe with the church and the state being involved and intertwined. But when they forged it, they didn't expect, oh yeah, we're gonna have freedom of religion, but let another religion come in and dominate. Like, let me explain. So like, if you go to any of these Muslim countries, right, you can practice in peace, right? You can practice Christianity or your religions in peace, except for, I don't think paganism is allowed in anything.
Hold up, chat. I think I went too far in this debate.
It was founded by Protestant Christians.
No, it's a secular country.
60, somewhere around there.
Points of contention. There's Dearborn and there's also Times Square.
I will say it's like 50-60% Muslim, 50-60% like Middle Eastern, but we don't know if they're Muslim.
Yeah.
So like they're from the Middle East and North Africa. So you can assume a majority of them probably are Muslim, but we don't know if all of them.
Yeah, probably 60-70%.
Yeah,
but there's no,
like we could say 90% of that.
but even in
50 to
Morocco
60.
or Saudi Arabia, there's still, you hear the Adhan, and there's still many Christians that live there. And many.
Yeah, but like there.
Now I'm reacting to this video because this highlights everything we see with this red pill conservative grift, this second-class citizen grift, where they always place black folks in the inferior position, the second-class subservient position, and everybody else in that as well, not just black folks, everybody else. It's this white admiration that we see from these black conservative grifters. If somebody wanted to be an asshole and wanted to frame things a certain way, the way Tommy would like to cherry pick and frame things about black women, we can point out all these black men that are conservative grifters and try to label American black men as a certain way. It wouldn't work for Myron because he's clearly a Sudanese. He's not foundational black American. He's a tether. But folks could try to do these dumbass narratives and run narratives and act like they're all, let's get into it.
They're not actively asserting their religion publicly in these Muslim countries.
What do you mean?
So, okay, my thing is this. The United States is a Christian country. It was founded by Protestant Christians.
No, it's a secular country.
Well, here's the thing. So
it's
United States, a stolen country, is a Christian country.
We have freedom of religion. It's always
we
been
do.
the way.
We do. But when they had the freedom of religion and the separation of church and state, that was instituted not just for freedom of religion purposes, but also because there are the fights between Catholics, Baptists, Protestants, etc. So what they wanted to.
This is why I have to hold myself accountable, because I had this dusty nigga on the platform, cooking passport bros, talking shit, being a complete hypocrite, being worse than every passport bro he criticized, being a worse of a crash out than Myron. And I'm like, fuck it, man. We're taking advantage of this. We're laughing at this nigga. He's not going to know. He's not going to be aware that he's going to be content everywhere for his dusty ass crash outs, his anti-black crash outs. They were not comedy. It wasn't just jokes. It was always aimed at blacks. Black women called in, held me. I remember a black woman called in, held me accountable. I tried to deflect. I'm like, you're not even on camera. You're not taking these risks. You're faceless, blah, blah, blah. In the middle of that, I'm like, yeah, no. She had some points. I was fucking up. I'm wrong. I shouldn't have platformed such a dusty. It turns me into a hypocrite. How am I sitting here talking shit about this nigga and his KKK mask and all the dumbass anti-black jokes he has when I have this fat, dusty passport bro on my channel replicating the same behavior? But I'm just here laughing because he's an idiot and he's crashing out. And I don't have to react to the content. I have it on my channel. But it's like, is that the way I should be thinking? My platform could be completely compromised. I could end up like dusty ass milk dud head ass, what's his name, Sotomayor over there in Rumble. No, ain't nobody got time for that, man.
Separate the church from the state so that neither can corrupt the other. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like the separation of church and state was actually instituted to protect both institutions from corrupting each other.
The founding fathers had an opportunity to use the Bible and the Constitution, and they decided not to because it's a secular country. Because they
do reference God. They do reference God in there.
But they say God. They don't say Jesus, which is more universal. And they were very specific about that. Yeah. Thomas Jefferson himself, he also said that he wants America to be for the Jews, for the Mohammedans. This is a quote: the Mohammedans, and for the.
You call them Mohammedans?
That's what he said.
That's funny.
The Mohammedans.
That's funny.
I think it was common back then. So he specifically referenced that. Also in DC, there's a mural on the top on the ceiling with depictions of prophets and of different gods from all religions.
Are you sure? Because in Islam, they're not supposed to depict.
Yeah, they're not supposed to depict, but it's not, they weren't Muslim, but yeah, there is a depiction.
Are you sure that that's references like Islamic prophet? Like, because remember, we share the same prophets as them. So like they could, like we observe Moses, Jesus, Abraham, like we observe all of them as prophets. So look, my thing is like, and even with the church bells, like let's assume they play church, because church bells are banned in a lot of places. But let's assume
I hear to my apartment in New York.
That's New York is, I don't know what the rules are in New York, but the thing is, let's assume that church bells are legal everywhere. Let's assume they're legal everywhere and they play them loud and everything. This is still a Christian country. I think they can do that. Like,
what does that mean? It's a Christian country.
This was founded by Christians. But this is a Christian nation.
But we have freedom of religion. But it's not in the Bible's not referenced. Jesus
we have freedom of.
Y'all hit the like button, chat. Hit that like button.
Religion, but at the end of the day, we did not. Muslims. We are guests here. We are not the. This is not a Muslim nation. This was not founded by Muslims. Like,
hear that? He's signing folks up for second-class citizenship. guest. So you're a citizen. You were born in the country, but you are a guest in the country.
At the end of the day, the host religion gets to assert a level of dominance, unfortunately, because they are the majority and they're the ones that.
But the founding fathers didn't intend for that. They didn't even say that. They didn't say they want Christian dominance. If they wanted Christian dominance, they would have included the Bible and the Constitution. They would have said Jesus.
Well, they did that, like I said before, to avoid issues between Baptists and Protestants and Catholics, because this was an issue back in Europe with the church and the state being involved and intertwined. But when they forged it, they didn't expect, oh yeah, we're gonna have freedom of religion, but let another religion come in and dominate. Like, let me explain. So like, if you go to any of these Muslim countries, right, you can practice in peace, right? You can practice Christianity or your religions in peace, except for, I don't think paganism is allowed in any of the Muslim countries. That's a problem. But if you're a Jew or if you're a Christian or whatever, you can practice. But like, you can't like assert that religion openly, like praying on the streets or doing anything like that in a Muslim country.
You could pray in the streets in a Muslim country.
In huge groups?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, bro. No.
That's not happening. There's no example of that happening. Of Christians not praying on the street.
But why do they not do it?
Because Christians don't pray on the street.
No, but if they did, why don't they do it then?
I don't know. It's just not.
Why don't they record themselves doing it openly in these Sharia law countries?
That's not Christian practice.
Because they respect the country. They respect the host nation. But I'm saying that as Muslims, we should do the same. Like, this is not our country. We did not found this country.
But look,
so
all different religions that people pray at.
We got mosques. We could pray at home. Like, my issue isn't with praying. My issue is with openly praying and disrupting others.
Okay.
If you're openly praying and you're not disrupting anybody, I don't care. Like some dude in Dallas.
I was in Times Square. We weren't disrupting anybody. I was there on the front line. I made a whole vlog. We could watch it.
Yeah, bro.
There was no nobody was disrupted.
Here's the thing.
Not one person there complaining.
I guarantee you that, of course, they're not going to complain because they don't want to be labeled bigots. But in New York City, where they're cucked, the reality is people probably wanted to go there. I guarantee you, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of people that went there and were like, "Yo, I want to take pictures of Times Square," and they're like, "Oh, these guys are praying.
No,
I can't go in now."
It was the section right in front of the stairs. It wasn't blocking the sidewalk. There's an open walking area, and it was that section. It was really cold that day.
Of course.
And we said, and the people were still like, Times Square wasn't shut down.
No, of course
it wasn't illegal. Like it wasn't like we had the cops or anything. We just all gathered there and prayed.
Here's the thing, man. Like praying in a symbolic Western location that's a tourist destination.
What about like Chinese festivals?
And disrupting.
That's a public display of their culture.
Yeah, well,
I hear what about?
I'm not a fan, dude. Honestly, I don't think we should have any of these fucking parades.
You shouldn't have parades.
I don't think we should have cultural parades. No.
There was just a Yom Kippur celebration in New York. They
get them niggas out of here.
But it's not going to happen, bro. Like, New York is a very diverse place.
Here's the thing. I don't think we should be running any other flags. I don't think we should be doing any of these parades of where these niggas come from. I don't think we should be doing any of that, personally. I think it should be straight American nationalism, American flags only, no other flags. I don't think people should be openly practicing their religion, and I reserve Christians to be able to practice their religion.
Why not share the same hour? Like there was the Dominican Day Parade was last month. I went there, did a stream.
Yeah, get them niggas out of here.
And people waving it's like a big festival. It's like a big celebration in New York.
No, I'm not.
I didn't see a big outrage from you about that.
No,
I don't see anyone.
Oh, dude, I've shit on these parades and shit all the time, bro. Like I am not a fan of like any of these. Puerto Rican Day Parade, I've made jokes on that shit because they're fucking Americans. What the fuck are they doing? Nobody cares about reggaeton, doom. Like, and this is kind of where.
So is that them asserting dominance?
To a degree, yeah, for sure.
So it's the same thing.
Yes. That is a form of them asserting dominance to a degree, and I'm not a fan of it. Like, I think we need to go back to hardcore nationalism.
It's funny because somebody like Tariq Nasheed would always criticize and cook Myron Gaines. But right now, the conservative grift has the same outcome. It has the same divisive, fuck your flags, fuck your culture, complete nationalist, and it's really to be an underclass for the American whites. That's really what it's for. Everyone else, suppress everything else, fuck your relation to your country and your nation. That's why that's why Tariq Nasheed and all the FBA shit, they're talking shit about Jamaicans 24/7. Meanwhile, they're dealing with a hurricane. Talking shit about Nigerians, other fucking African nations. FBA this, black American this, to be separate. It's not about you're delineating to basically acknowledge your own cultural accomplishments or whatever. It's become a conservative grift to uphold white supremacist, white nationalist ideology and beliefs, separate, divide black groups, separate, divide the Spanish, whoever, Asian, whoever, make them a second-class citizen for racist white nationalists in America. That's what that's about. And the grift it has everybody right now. Everybody in the conservative grift is feeding that engine. That divisive engine, weaken the black groups, tether this, tether that. It's like, come on, man.
America only, one flag policy, none of this bullshit.
One flag policy?
Yeah, like one flag America.
FBA and ADOS are not conservative groups, informant media. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the grift is to infiltrate those groups and use those groups to accomplish the same thing that Myron is saying. Because Tariq Nasheed has a completely different agenda than Myron. But what has happened with the FBA shit is that these niggas have turned it into a grift, an empowerment grift, to shit on everybody else for superiority while being subservient and holding up white nationalist ideology.
What about freedom of speech? That doesn't make sense. Like, there's freedom of expression is the core tenet of being an American.
Of course. But I think having parades is not. Nah.
Parades is part of speech.
It is a part of speech, but I don't think. Look, you should be able to freely express yourself to a degree. But when we're sanctioning,
to a degree,
to a degree, yes.
So what's the degree?
The degree is once it starts to interfere with American nationalism. I think that's when you start running into problems because
we have the no more free speech.
We don't have no. We have free speech, but
you saying we shouldn't?
No, I'm saying we have free speech, but obviously
you want to reduce America to less than what Canada is. Canada has freedom of expression. He's trying to revoke freedom of expression. Trying to say it's not encompassing in freedom of speech. It's not, it's separate. It's a different thing. You can fuck out of here, man.
There's always limits on free speech, right? Like, for example, you can't run into
free speech.
You can't run into a theater and say, well, that's free speech absolutism. You can't run into a theater and say, fire, that's free speech absolutism, right? I would say we want to have free speech.
Incitement of violence.
Maximalism.
Maximalism. Incitement of violence is, I think, is a fair thing to exclude from that. But parades aren't incitement of violence. It's a celebration.
It's an incitement to nationalism of another country that, quite frankly,
and that's against free speech.
I'm not going to say it's against free speech. I think you should be able to do it to a degree. But once you're shutting off streets, right?
When we were praying at Times Square, we didn't shut off the street.
Bruh,
the streets were still open.
You're impeding people.
Nobody was impeded.
They can't walk in front of you when you pray. You and I know that. You can't walk in front of them.
Yeah, in that area in front of the stairs.
That's still.
They could walk in front like.
I'm getting rich.
Shout out to London Link with the $2 super chat. London Link says, by Myron logic, we should only put up native flags. Yeah. By that logic, but their logic completely erases that history and says they start as a great white nation.
Okay,
on the other street, across the street.
Why did y'all pray like somewhere else, not in Times Square?
We wouldn't have fit. This is for everybody.
Why not pray in a mosque? There's plenty of mosques in New York City, all over the place.
This is for Times Square for everybody to come together from all over the city. They all came there. We wouldn't have fit in a mosque. There was too many people.
Bro, pray in a mosque. Like, pray in a mosque.
We wouldn't be able to fit.
I truly do think we need to bring patriotism back. We need to bring back nationalism back. And
what else is happening in Times Square? See, you're upset about like praying in public. What else is happening in Times Square at that time? Like Mickey Mouse, Elmo, drug deals, fights.
Yeah, of course.
Peanuts. Like, it's just stupid shit, like rappers selling CDs. It's not like the alternative to what else is happening in Times Square besides praying is like, okay, were we really interrupting anything important? No. The only thing we stopped was a couple drug deals and Elmo and gorillas.
No, man, because here's the thing. Police got to go out there.
There was no cops.
We had
no cops.
Nothing.
It was just us, completely organized.
I still don't.
It wasn't sanctioned by the city. We just showed up.
I think, right, when you're praying and you're disrupting once your prayer and your worship starts to disrupt other people,
drug deals in Elmo,
still disrupting. Like, it's still disrupting. Like, I get what you're saying. Okay, drug deals in Elmo, but also families that might have wanted to walk in that area, people that might have wanted to take pictures in that area.
Times Square's like 3 blocks.
Now they got to listen to you guys pray out loud. Like, and this is what I'm trying to say.
20 minutes?
It's still disrupting, man.
Okay, but there's still disrupting. Parades happen all the time.
And the thing that kills me is like, y'all could just pray in a mosque. Pray in the mosque. Like, why does everyone have to?
We do pray in a mosque too.
Yeah, but pray in the mosque. Just pray in the mosque only. Like, why do you guys got to pray out loud, like out in front of everybody?
I mean, it's a display of culture. Like, what about the Hare Krishna? Every park in New York City, if you go to Washington Square Park, Central Park, you'll see all these bald white people when they have the monk outfits on. They're like, Hare Krishna, banging the drum. I see that every single day. In the train stations, in the park, they do it loudly in public.
Look,
but, like, it's not a big deal. I just see them. I'm like, hey, what's going on? And they're like, hey, and they offer you a book.
And you're used to it because you're like in New York City, you're around these all the time. Like, my thing is I think once your worship starts to get to a point where you're disrupting other people, I think that's a problem, right? Especially
Nobody complained. Like, there was no
they don't
disruption.
complain because they don't want to be called. This is a very, bro. You got to remember, no one's going to complain because this is a controversial take. Like, not a lot of people are willing to sit there and say, bro, you probably shouldn't be praying. And I get attacked for it as a Muslim guy. I can only imagine someone that's not Muslim saying like, getting attacked, being called Islamophobic.
How is it disrupting?
Most people are scared.
It's a public space. Like, so you can do that. You could pray. So look, public spaces, you can play your phone speaker. You can do drug deals. You could.
Sure.
What about is the gorilla who takes up space? Is he disrupting people from walking on that side of the sidewalk? Like, I don't understand this.
I don't think it's appropriate as 1 to 2% of the population to be openly praying.
1% of the population is
what Muslims are about 1.5 to 2% of the population in America.
Minority. When people say like there's an Islamic takeover,
no, that's a lie. That's a scam. I agree with you. I agree with you. There's not a Muslim takeover. It's really a Jewish takeover because they're a minority. We don't have the same representation in government. Whatever. What I'm saying is, as a guest, right? Because we are guests here.
What does that mean? What, guess.
We're guests. This is not a Muslim country. This is not a Muslim country.
Oh, then you could make an argument that it's a Jewish country if they control 98% of the politicians.
Oh my God, this guy.
But I mean, it's a freedom of religion country.
Yeah.
It's a secular country.
Okay,
what do you mean we're guests? I'm a citizen here. I'm not a guest.
Yeah.
No. Hold on. I'm not a guest. I have a passport. I was born here.
Of course.
I have a birth certificate.
What I'm saying
it's my country.
Islamic faith, of course it's your country, but what I'm saying is that the Islamic faith is not a part of the American infrastructure.
Neither is Christianity.
This country was founded by Christians.
But it's not part of the American doctrine.
The people that founded this country
it's not
Christians.
It's not in the doctrine. Just because
the separation of church and state was put in place so that either would not corrupt each other, but it's still a Christian country founded by Christian people, right? Because you can make the argument. You can make the argument like Syria isn't a Muslim country because Bashar al-Assad was a secularist, or Saddam Hussein was a secularist. It's still a Muslim country majority, and they're going to play that then.
I'll say that. Yeah, it's a Christian majority country, but it's not a Christian country by definition.
I think this is a Christian country.
But there's no paperwork or any it's not in the Constitution.
It was found. It's not they have got it.
Even when you pledge allegiance as an American, I grew up
pledge allegiance saying by God. The God is mentioned in the
Do you say Jesus? They believe
you say God.
You don't say Jesus.
You say God. You don't have to say Jesus because
you don't say the Holy Spirit.
To them, God and Jesus are synonymous. Synonymous.
Yes and no. Actually, if you talk to a Christian,
it depends on who you talk to. Yes,
being honest, bro.
They look at God and Jesus as the same. Like because he's the Son of God. So
he's also God's only begotten Son. So they are separate entities.
It depends on who you look at. Who you're asking.
That's a different conversation.
Yeah.
But the reason that this is
what was lost in all of this is Myron boldly and gladly declaring that he is a second-class citizen, and they all are second-class citizens. Why? Because
in God we trust is because it's the most universal statement.
Yes, but the point I'm trying to make is that regardless, this country was founded by Christians. They reserve the right to run the country however they want. And if they do want to play church, I take it a step further. If they want to play the church bells, I think they can because this is a Christian country. Just like in a Muslim country, if they want to play that Dan 10 times a day, you got to shut up and take it.
Okay, so if it's a Christian country, then why do you not support Israel? Doesn't the Bible for evangelical Christians say God blesses those who bless the state of Israel?
Because we
by
know
that definition,
we know that evangelicals is cap.
Okay, well, I mean, it was founded by Protestant Christians. That's what Protestants believe. If you're following your logic that you want to be a patriot and a nationalist, then you should support Israel.
Actually, Protestants don't really fuck with what's his name, the Jews and their lies.
Hey, yo, stop trying to deflect. He got you right there. Dead to rights, right there. What are you going to say about that, sir?
Support Israel.
Actually, Protestants don't really fuck with what's his name, the Jews and their lies by who wrote he was the head of he was the founder of Protestantism. Something Luther.
Martin Luther?
No, I think it was Martin Luther. Yeah, dude. Only evangelical Christians like observe Israel as like real. Everyone else, like all real niggas, Christians, like Catholics, Orthodox Christians.
What do Protestants think?
They don't fuck with Jews either.
They don't say God bless the state of Israel.
No, that's just evangelical retards.
Okay, so what?
And Schofield Bible reader niggas, but most Christians are that aren't retarded, right? And remember, this is just American Christians. Christians all over the place don't. If you look at Eastern Europe, they're all super anti-Semitic. They're real niggas.
Okay, so wait, so
Orthodox Christians are super anti-Semitic. Shout out to them.
Yeah, but like
they don't fuck with the Jews. Let me just say that because anti-Semitism is a fake word.
But it's your mentality approaching thinking that we're guests.
Now, this is why we witness people like Pearl return to the platform. We see Tommy still dusting it up, still over there at Rumble, doing fundraisers for the 2 weeks that he got on YouTube. Not even able to have a channel. And then Myron, who's demonetized. Fresh tried to make his pivot, didn't really work. He's still tied to Myron. Myron is demonetized. Now, when he says They're anti-Semitic. They're real niggas. And you think you're going to get that off on this platform and expect any type of monetization. It's like, are you okay, sir?
Here.
Yeah, I think we're guests here. That is
Dude, we were born here.
No, the Islamic faith and the
Wait,
religion.
What was that skip? What the hell? What did they skip?
Dude, Myron, we were born here.
No, the Islamic faith.
Yeah, what the fuck was that? Yo, did he just?
Delete the video, delete the video, delete the video.
What are they hiding? He called them out. We were born here, and then it just skipped. We see it in the chat. We see it in the conversation. What skipped? What did he delete?
Of Islam, you are a guest as a Muslim in
born here.
No, the Islamic faith and the that is
Dude, Myron, we were born here.
No, the Islamic faith and the religion of Islam, you are a guest as a Muslim in the United States.
I'm not a guest in my home.
Bro, we are guests here.
What do you? We
are guests here.
We were born here.
Yes, but our religion, our religion.
So now your faith makes you a guest.
Yes, if you're gonna open, yes, to a degree, yes.
To a degree, or
yeah, because obviously everything is like nuanced, like nothing is absolute. But like the point I'm trying to make is that the Islamic faith, as this is not a Muslim.
So you were born here, your parents were born here, but because of your religion, all of a sudden now you're a guest in the country that you're a full citizen of. You can't be deported by ICE. The confession of being a second-class citizen to uphold white nationalism, because that's what it is. He's not talking to his logic. This comment right here is perfect because it shows by his logic it should be native flags, but it's not that. It's not that at all. He's holding up white supremacy and white nationalism. He was on a platform, on a panel on Twitter with white nationalists, and they said, hey, Myron, after you're done cleansing our country, we're sending you home too. We're getting you the fuck out of here.
Country. So therefore,
so what about Catholics? Are Catholics guests? Because it was founded by Protestants?
I would say they're closer to.
So they're still guests.
I would say they're because here's the thing with Catholicism, Christianity, all of it. It's all kind of one. I look at them all as the same. Like they all believe in Jesus. They all believe in Jesus.
They disagree with each other, of course, fundamentally.
But I would say
a lot of them say that each other are.
If they believe in Christ, they're a Christian to a degree. What denomination isn't really as relevant is if they believe in Jesus as their Lord and Savior, that makes them a Christian.
The Protestants criticize the Catholics for praying to Mary.
See, that's arguments within themselves. But in general, they're all Christians because they all believe in Jesus. There's different.
Yeah,
like,
but by your
Muslims,
logic,
for example, right? There's Sunnis and there's Shia. But we don't look at them differently with our faith, honestly. We really don't. They pray in the same mosque. They do some funny shit praying on rocks.
That's not all true.
But they pray in the same mosque in general.
Sometimes. There's some Shia mosques. But
they can pray alongside.
By your logic.
They're not considered kuffars. They're not considered kafirs. They're just misguided. Sunnis.
By your logic, then only Protestant Christians should be the non-guests in America if it was founded by Protestant Christians.
No, because they're all Christians. I look at them all as Christians. Denominations. This is literally why the whole separation of church and state was a thing, was to avoid that problem, fights between themselves. So they literally instructed that in place to deal with that very problem you're talking about, which is like the different sects in Christianity.
Okay.
That's why That's why the separation of church and state was instilled, was to keep Baptists, Protestants, Catholics, and all these other guys from fighting each other, because this is the problem that they had in England with the Catholic Church and everything else.
So you believe we're guests in our own country?
I believe as Muslims we are guests in America, yes, because America is not a Muslim country like Saudi Arabia.
Now, with that same ideology, as a Muslim, as an American-born citizen, he believes he's a guest. As he's uplifting white nationalists, white supremacist ideologies, what do you think he thinks of black people in America? The exact same thing.
Egypt, like Sudan, like UAE, like Qatar. These are Muslim countries. When we go there, we respect and we don't say a word. When we were in Dubai, we had jalabiyas on. I spoke Arabic whenever I had a chance, right? We assimilated. We respected that culture, right? As even the first time before you reverted, we respected that culture because
you didn't defeat Sneako's point of being supportive of Israel, because if everything was consistent with what you're saying and being an absolute nationalist and being a part of what the hell you're saying you're a part of, you would be a Zionist. You'd be a staunch Israel supporter. You would be like Floyd Mayweather. You'd be like Floyd Mayweather on stage accepting medals and shit for being a champion of Israel. That's what you would be if everything was consistent.
We understood we are guests there. I think Muslims need to exercise the same thing in the United States.
Yeah, I know, because we're literally visiting Dubai.
Yeah.
I was born here. Like, what do you? It doesn't.
Yeah, but the Islamic faith, we're American citizens, but the Islamic faith is not. There's
nothing. I mean, you're just making up America. Like
we're 1% of the population. That in itself proves that this is not a Muslim country.
You can single out anybody and say that they're a minority to some extent. It's not. You don't need to describe somebody just by their faith. You could say that your skin color is, or where you're from, or.
But when we're talking about
people
faith,
have glass.
That's where it goes. See, Sneeko is one of these. Sneeko is one of the content creators who was a part of the early grift, the Matrix, the whole red pill shit. But as he kept learning and learning, he would kind of, at first he was kind of, he would attach himself to the person he was consuming most of their content the most. Like, you would see it, like he would fuck with Andrew Tate because he was listening to a lot of Andrew Tate, kind of assimilate a personality like the people that he was listening to. But there was always a little bit of grace given for Sneeko because he was always a young, learning individual. His brain will be too like he'd be too open to learning things where he'll get a bunch of bullshit in there and he'll be espousing a bunch of dumbass rhetoric. But as he learns, he's been getting better.
Here's the thing. Hindus, Jews, Muslims, we're all guests in America. Being honest, we all are. I'm not just saying this is as Muslims we're guests. I think.
What about minorities? Are minorities guests in America?
Like, what do you mean?
This is what it comes down to.
Minorities, like blacks and shit like that? Or
anybody not
Asians?
White? Anybody not white?
Yeah, I mean, I would say, yeah.
Did you hear that, chat? This is where it always goes. This is where it always goes.
Also, minorities, like blacks and shit like that.
What about minorities? Are minorities guests in America?
Like, what do you mean minorities? Like blacks and shit like that? Or
anybody not
Asians?
White? Anybody not white?
Yeah, I mean, I would say, yeah.
Also guess.
Yeah, white people built and founded this country, bro. We're all.
Man, sit your dumb ass down.
Yeah, not white.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, yeah.
Also guess.
Yeah, white people built and founded this country, bro. We're all guests here.
Okay, so the only America is
like that. Or
anybody not
Asians?
White? Anybody not white?
Yeah, I mean, I would say, yeah.
Also guess.
Yeah, white people built and founded this country, bro. We're all guests here.
Okay, so the only America is entitled to white Christians only. They're the only non-guests here. So you have
again.
America is entitled to
founded this country, bro. We're all guests here.
Okay, so
yeah, I mean, I would say, yeah.
Also guess.
Yeah, white people built and founded this country, bro. We're all guests here.
Okay, so the only America is entitled to
founded this country, bro. We're all guests here.
Okay, so the only guess.
Yeah, white people built and founded this country, bro. We're all guests here.
Okay, so the only guess.
Yeah, white people built and founded this country, bro. We're all guests here.
Okay, so the only America is entitled to white Christians only. They're the only non-guests here. So you have to be
founders.
To be a true.
I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry. I had to be sure of the absolute idiocy that I just heard. I had to pull that back. Pause.
Again.
Is this what I seen on Abba and Preacher channel? I don't remember it being this egregious.
American, you need to be a white Christian.
I never said that. I never.
You said everyone else is not a guest.
We are Americans, but we are guests here because we did not found this country.
Bro, you quantified being a guest based off of, or qualified being a guest based off of being a different religion, being Muslim, not being Christian, made you a guest even though you were born in said country. Sneeko then went to expound further on the point and add some depth and nuance to your take and ask, hey, what about race and minorities now? What if we're going to remove from religion and we're going to qualify for race? And you said, yeah, all minorities. If you're not white, white people built this country. That's what you said. So by that notion, if you're not a white Christian, you don't belong to this nation. And you're going to uphold and fight for nationalism for those said people while being a guest in their country.
personally, I feel like that brother needed help.
We're Americans, but like we're not the, I guess, original Americans.
Okay, so what about your?
found this country? We're Americans, but like we're not the, I guess, original Americans.
Okay, so what about your?
You know what? I should not be surprised, man. Man.
Europeans, like people with second-generation Europeans who came here.
Well, I'm talking about like the people here that like their family's been here for generations, fought in the Revolutionary Wars, whatever.
Okay, so if I'm a white guy and my parents immigrated here after World War II, and I'm a white Christian, and my parents are from Germany, right?
And you came here after World War II.
Am I a guest?
I would say from Framer's perspective, if you came like you were here in the 1700s, like if you have lineage back to like the colonial individuals.
What is that, like 5% of the country?
Probably not as much, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, probably
so
not.
Everyone's a guest here.
A lot, yeah.
So whose country is it? It's just those 5% of people?
I would say it's America is a white majority Christian country, and we are guests here. Yeah, that's what I would say.
So the only so 95% of people here are guests.
Yeah, dude. Nowadays, yeah, with the mass immigration, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
95% of people.
A lot of them, yeah, a lot of them are guests.
Okay, so then.
And this is why we have a lot of the problems we have, because we have all these people coming in, bringing their cultures, not assimilating, not learning language. Like New York City, I'll give you an example. New York City is a perfect example. New York City is the definition of a melting pot. You got people from the Caribbean, from Africa.
It's always been that way.
That's
since like the 40s predominantly.
It's been but. It's
even before
more,
that, it's always been
even more so now.
With the Ellis Island, the turn of the century, it's always
of course, and it's always the Statue of Liberty. Give us your week and whatever, cool, whatever. But the point I'm trying to make is like New York City is a perfect example of like why this multiculturalism, mass multiculturalism, doesn't work a lot of the time. Like I think New York City is a failed city.
It's really safe. This is the least amount of crime we've had in a while,
bro.
New York City.
Okay, that's fine. But
how is it a failed city? It's a great city.
It's a failed city, bro.
What do you? But based on what?
I think it's a failed city. Crime metrics, dirtiness, cost of living has been going through the roof as the decades pass. I think New York City is a failed city, bro. And I think.
So when was New York City?
And if it were not for its historic and premier position as a major city in the United States, it would be degraded even further.
So when was New York not failed? In the 70s, there were prostitutes all over Times Square. Drugs were worse. Crime was worse. Giuliani did, fix a lot of that stuff.
Giuliani did fix a lot. The 90s was actually the most. 1990 was the most murders.
Okay, the mafia was running it in the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
So it was it was failed then.
I think it was better than it is now. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was better than, because here's the thing, right? So here's the difference. When the mafia was running things and they were involved in crime or whatever, they were killing each other, right? They were like killing each other, like other made guys. Hey, you have a problem with this family, whatever. Yeah, the violence sucked and everything else like that. But it isn't like now. Like now it's worse because you're like getting. Well, the 70s was the worst decade, by the way, for crime. But I think New York City has gotten worse as it's become more and more of a bro. Mass immigration in itself creates a lot of problems.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I think, and in New York.
No, I'm pretty sure everybody agrees with mass immigration in and of itself creating problems. Everybody agrees that mass immigration. Everything else that he said during this time reacting to this video was absolute idiocy. And this is what YouTube does not want on their platform. They will allow someone like Myron, who hasn't broken the rules to the degree of somebody like Tommy Sotomayor. And when they were getting rid of folks back in Tommy Sotomayor's day, they were completely getting rid of you off the platform. Channel deleted, you're not allowed to create another channel. Tommy knows that. Myron knows that if he cleaned up his rhetoric and stopped having such hateful white supremacist rhetoric, then he would be able to monetize on this platform again. They've given Fresh and Fit the world of chances, but Myron refuses to relent. He's going to constantly stay on this grift, pandering to folks that don't fuck with him, signing everybody up to be a second-class citizen who is not in his mind, the originators of the country, the white men who created the country and built the country after they stole the land from the natives and stole the fucking labor from the blacks. They come, like, what are we doing out here, bro? What are we doing out here? Tommy, to be honest, Tommy's rhetoric doesn't seem. Actually, I can't even compare their rhetoric. They're both just when you. It doesn't matter who's worse. If you're breaking guidelines, you're inciting hate. You have hateful commentary towards certain subsects and certain groups. You're not going to monetize, and it's just that simple. And I don't know why that goes over everybody's head. Tommy refuses, and at this point, I think it's his plan almost to stay unique, stay creative in his own way by crossing all the lines, doing everything that breaks the rules, because I don't think that Tommy would be able to be effective on this platform if he stays within the guidelines. Somebody asked before, why wasn't Kevin Samuels taken off the platform if what he did was so egregious? Because Kevin Samuels knew how to conduct himself. He knew how to display a level of decorum, convey the message in a more appropriate manner and fashion, able to deliver a concise message without being so derogatory and so hateful towards a group. Kevin Samuels was able to do that. Whether you agree with his opinions or not, they didn't come out with a level of disdain and vitriol that you see from somebody like Tommy Sotomayor, where you can't hide it. The man was on a woman's channel stalking her. Not channel, IG page. In the comments. In the comment section, oh, this woman blocked me. So on Twitter. So let me go to her IG and get in the comment section. Because she said something to you first, and when you responded, she blocked you. It's like, my nigga, that's social media.
City is like a beautiful personification of that.
Yeah, but
that
it's
mass immigration creates problems.
People say that, and then they go visit New York. And
So
they
like us having this majority of guests has actually created a lot of problems for us, because not everyone's like me and you.
Okay, so
learn English language, like assimilate to the culture,
should the guests
respect the culture.
Should the American guest, like, who should be deported from America?
People that are here illegally. People that are here illegally. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the second thing he said, right? Because people that are illegally in a country should be deported, because it is a crime to be there illegally. I don't even know why that is contested.
And what about the people in Dearborn playing, the Adon? Should they be deported?
If they're here illegally, yeah. If they're here illegally, yeah. But my thing is, like, I don't think it's fair to the other residents of Dearborn to play the Adon multiple times a day just because you enjoy a slight majority. It's only like 50-60% Muslim majority there. And, well, excuse me, let me rephrase. It's 50-60% Arabs and people from North Africa, which you can assume.
All right, maybe stock is an exaggeration. Harass may be an exaggeration too, but it's like, leave the bitch alone though. It's like, my nigga, like, what the hell? Like, it's like when you're following someone from one social media platform to the other, is that not like some sort of stalking and harassing? It's like, leave the person. Like, what the hell is going on? But
some of them are going to be Muslims,
especially if they're not an entertainer. They're just a regular businesswoman.
Assume that it's a slight majority. I don't think it's fair to the other 40% in the United States that they have to deal with listening to the Adhan 5 times a day.
Yeah.
I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, just to go back to, like,
because I truly don't think America is a Muslim country, and we don't have the numbers to even represent.
But it's also not a Christian. It's not a Christian country. It's just not.
I think it's a Christian country, and we can disagree there.
Now there's nothing more to listen to, because Myron believes that America is a white Christian country built by white Americans. He just crops out most of history and that's why he's subservient to white nationalism. He would get dog walked on their panels and still pledge allegiance to these folks. I honestly don't understand Myron's grift.
But it's not in the Constitution. You don't have to say it to become a citizen.
I don't think
you don't
it has
need
to
declare it. There's freedom of religion and like that's the if you're actually going to talk about what it means to be an American, if you look at the amendments and you look at the rights that we have,
I think when you're somebody like Myron, who is, his rhetoric's terrible, his thought process is terrible, the things that the missions that he assimilates to do not benefit him, his people, in any. It's bizarre. It makes no sense. But a lot of it is content, and it is on public airways. Tommy will literally be in people's DMs in their comment section on multiple social media platforms. It's not just content to this nigga. He takes this shit entirely too serious, and he's making it personal all the time. Like, why do we have... Hold up, chat. This is what I'm talking about. He said the young lady's name. I can't remember it right now because... No, I think it was it Jessica? I don't know. He said her name, but he also... went to her social media. He copied a video. He downloaded a video. He said, let me get this before it's deleted. Great advertisement, but you're putting her out there. So you're talking shit about her, and then you're putting her out there for your entire fan base and other folks to stalk, harass, leave comments, and try to change her behavior for some reason.
Beauty, business, boss. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you guys see this. Nobody made this lady do this. This lady did this all on her own.
Nobody made you do this. You did this all on your own. You don't know how you affect folks' personal lives. We're entertainers. We get paid from YouTube and these platforms. When you're going into people that are employees, business people, people that have things outside of entertainment to fuck with their life because you're mad that she's shaking her cheeks online, this woman did nothing to you. She's saying, oh, this is what we do in the... They're shaking their cheeks. They're having fun. That's the problem with a lot of these red pill dudes. They're trying to like cuff and control women that are not theirs. It's like, what? This is very bizarre. He said he was going to copy which video? Where was it? Y'all were there when you see... Man, y'all seen it.
I've seen him do it.
Y'all seen it earlier in the production. If y'all haven't, y'all got to rewind. But like, this type of shit is why you will get banned from a platform. And then you do this on their airways. So YouTube has to be somewhat complicit in the harassment that this young lady might receive from your fan base because you want to air her out and put her handle out there and all her information out there for whatever reason you felt like it was necessary. We wrapping this one up, man. Hit that like button, chat. Hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. And that would be pathetic if this is all just jealousy, because Tommy does this shit where he calls it sexual beef and pause, but it's with women. Like, he'll antagonize women to get a reaction, and so I don't know what it is. But we've seen Tommy go back and forth with women where he wants to clap. He wants to crack these women.
Oh my God!
It's like, it's this weird antagonistic behavior with somebody that you want to... It makes no sense to me, but make sure you hit the subscribe button, chat. We out. Yeah.